Welcome to a beautiful new timeline where we're still stuck with the same job.
It's. Hey, I haven't seen. Have I seen this before? I mean, I
No,
must have.
these are new timelines. I'm doing the beat stage in the morning now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, have I ever seen this beach stage? Which I'm saying I must
Well,
have, just not at
no,
this
you
time.
no, that's just it. This in the morning there's low tide, so you don't see these sand platforms or whatever. It's usually just full carpets over water and boards.
Okay, that's cool. So there is a lot of it. It's not just it. It's more variation than just there's different enemies and a block or two's move.
Yep, you thought that was it the entire time when that was what I was talking about. If that were true, then I wouldn't be showing these stages. I just show anything significant while I'm doing them, and
True.
then move to the bosses.
That's true. Very cloudy all of a sudden.
Well, I mean we're moving up, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
a very slight transition.
yeah. Well, it's beach mist, I guess. I mean, have you ever seen a misty beach? It's really weird. I mean, you've surely seen those pictures where there's like a boardwalk or whatever that goes into a misty body of water, and it seems to just extend into nothing.
Speaking of weird, because I'm not sure if I've seen that, but the beach is very, very unsettling in the evening. Like you're going to the beach and it's morning and it's the afternoon and it's fun, and suddenly it's starting to get dark and it's starting to get cold, and suddenly the beach is just really uncomfortable.
I mean, that's basically. Here's the thing. I'd say that honestly, one of the scariest times to be alone is actually, well, depending on where you are, is actually not in the middle of the night, but when it's starting to become night. There's just something about it.
It's just otherworldly.
Yeah. It's like you have just enough light to see what you need to see, but little enough that you can hallucinate what's not there.
Well, yeah, but that's when colors get weird, because that's when you get orange skies and pink skies and deep shadows and just yeah.
And then there's the fact that you can get, depending on where you are and like the air pollution, you can get the red sun.
Yeah, the red sun. Yeah, can't
Man,
relate.
I mean, I still. If it weren't for the fact that the sunrise and sunset are literally blocked by mountains on both sides, I'd be able to comment a bit more on that. I can't tell you if I've ever seen it just normally. I mean, the closest I've ever been was when I went to America, and that entire place was flat. So,
I should be able to go to the back of my community and see the sunset, but I'm not 100% sure. 'Cause I can't see the sunrise because mountains, but I can see the ocean from not from where I live, but from somewhere in my community. So maybe, but I don't want to be out around that it's night. I don't wanna do that.
yeah, that's also the rub. Also,
I mean,
if
well,
you
actually,
haven't
yeah,
noticed, I'm playing on Hell's Finest mode this time, so one hit kills me.
just one hit.
Yes.
Okay, you glitched out for a second, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, okay, so time to see your mad skills. Now this is the thing that's gonna be like Hell's finest. I survived? Question mark, and then you making Pugger's face or
We
something for the
can't say that
thumbnail.
anymore.
No, now we can especially make that. Make our own. Yeah, I said this. I said this online, but yesterday, when all the terrible stuff was going on, it was kind of wholesome. This one small pocket of wholesomeness where a bunch of media creators were just basically doing Puggers auditions. Everyone's like, I want to be the next one, and just showing their face, and everything else terrible, and then just one nugget. Where it's like, that's nice.
Okay. Um, Also, that's
But
if
someone had the perfect idea where Twitch should have a repository. Someone just get a bunch of Poggers faces that's randomized so that it feels like a whole audience of people cheering you on whenever you do something awesome. It's like, that's genius.
I mean, as long as I'm still Ryoko's little pug champ, everything should be fine. Still have no idea why they specifically chose her of all people, but okay.
It's made me think about yet another addition to the what's that one fandom thing that's become so ubiquitous that every time the normal thing is brought up, the fan thing is brought up as well. But the first thing that made me truly think about that is Super Mario 64, where suddenly you can't bring up Super Mario 64 without the half-apron.
Well, I mean, yes, of course, but that's. I mean, I'd say less now because there's more stuff with that to say about that because of the re-release.
And it's kind of just gotten mainstreamed. So,
yep.
Yeah.
We need TJ Henry Yoshi to do something else.
Yeah, but so yeah, that's the sort of thing that's like, yeah, no, you can't bring up what's that Kill la Kill without someone being, yeah, Pop Jam. Yeah, just stuff like that. And I like thinking about how fan culture affects real things.
I mean, did you see the 3D one that I linked you? Where they made a 3D model of her for that and just like, okay, don't do this to me, it makes me feel things.
I guess I missed it. I saw you send me a 3D model, so I don't want to rant about Pokemon again.
Oh boy, here we go. I mean, here we don't go because you're not going to do it, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to do it, but that you bear this. But that's the thing that I'm thinking about. I thought at the time, and I thought it again when he sent me the video of. Well, that seems very risky. Sent me the video of 3D models of beta Pokemon, and I don't want to be. I don't hate the new designs, but it does feel like something is different. Because I see those Gen 2 beta designs and I think, I love these. And it can't be nostalgia because I've seen these for the first time. But so many of them are like, this is how I like Pokemon design. And I can't say for sure exactly. There are some things I can say, but...
yeah, things aren't exactly going my way at this point.
Yeah, but and it's not entirely the same because Gen 1 to 3 they're not designed the same. And controversially, I think I like Gen 4's designs more than Gen 3's designs.
Yeah, because you're a terrible person anyways.
Yeah, but there is something about Gen 2. Something about that era of designs that just makes it my favorite. Maybe it's all the roundness while still being like not realistic, but there's a lot of round shapes, but there aren't really giant anime eyes like Gen 6. I don't know. Everything just came together perfectly for Gen 2 to be my favorite gen in terms of designs. There was that they're so boring. Nope, they're not boring to me.
Well, I could make jokes about you just being a boring person in general, but I think that'd be too bit mean.
So maybe I like them because I'm boring. What's your favorite gen in terms of designs, purely designs? Because yeah, Gen 2 for me.
Honestly, I think I think it's between 3 and 7. The thing is, I like Gen 5 Pokemon, but the designs usually overall don't really strike anything for me. In comparison.
Gen 5 just has so many Pokemon that sure, I like a bunch of them, I dislike a bunch of them, and so it's all kind of just balances out.
Yeah. Also, in the last cutscene, it turns out the reason why Etna knows what's going on is because the scarf actually has a wire on it.
No, did that just come up now, or are you just reminding me because it's about to come up soon?
No, well, no, because this basically remember how I talked about last time with the final boss how Etna happened to know what was going on enough to send her spear there. Yeah, it's because of the wire. But with the Hell's Finest mode that I'm doing right now, it's like now the scarf is only a hindrance instead of doing anything useful.
Or because she knows what's going on? Does it have a different use though?
No, as in because she knows what's going on. The scarf allows the Prinny to take 3 hits no matter how strong they are. But in Hell's Finest mode, it's like Etna just sent them off with the scarf to just signify who was going at the time, and it doesn't have any special powers except for the fact that it still has the wire on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. But it's almost like why is she interested in what's going on?
Well, they badmouth her. They sort of badmouth her when she's not around, so that's also a reason for it.
Right. But speaking to Gen 7, because you mentioned Gen 7, and I think I need to look back at Gen 7's designs, because I distinctly remember when Game Freak released 90% of Gen 7, and I'm thinking these designs are amazing. And then the rest of Gen 7 leaked, and I thought these designs are terrible. And so the last few designs they didn't release kind of just took me out of Gen 7 completely, but I think
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I think
Gen 7 literally had the problem where they revealed way too many Pokemon to begin with, and yet, so by saying that, you're saying, oh, these little things completely ruined the entire thing for me. Oh well.
The last few, well, I'm just talking about in terms of if it's my favorite, because I'm kind of just like neutral on Gen 7 now, but I think I need to look back at it because I think I like most of them, and it's just the fact that they showed all the good stuff and everything left was stuff I wasn't a fan of was really what did it for me, because the first Ultra Beast was incredible, and then I was cold on Buzzwole, but like, yeah, whatever. And then I liked Pheromosa, but I didn't like that it was so humanoid, and then I saw the rest of them and I just didn't like any of them.
Not even Circuitry?
Well, I liked Circuitry. Because, yeah, I just didn't like the fact that they had faces.
Well, Garchana technically doesn't have a face.
Weird. Yeah, but that looks so humanoid. I wanted them to look weird.
What do you mean? It's an origami thing. Of course it looks like that.
It looks like origami, that's the point. Like
and Buzzwole looks like a mosquito, so...
Yes, that's what I don't like. I want them to just look like nonsense. So I like Circuitry. I know it looks like wires, but it has no face or arms or legs. It's just some wires and striky bits. And then what's the original one?
Neo-Lego.
Yeah, Neo-Lego just looks like the outer casing of something. It just looks like a hat with tentacles.
Exactly.
In such a weird way. I think that's so great. And so,
I mean, remember the original Ultra Beast theories that would have been interesting, but okay.
I wonder, it fits so well, but then again, the same thing with the Gen 5 thing with the trio, and how, wow, it could be that, and that fits so well, and it's not true as well, so who knows. Some things that sound like they could have been something that got cancelled, but that's just speculation. But yeah, don't want to, because we've already moved to like 10 different points, so just staying on this Gen 7 point. Yeah, I want to go back and see what I really think about Gen 7's designs, because that might be top 3.
Well, okay, as long as we're somewhat on the same page, I guess.
But yeah, Gen 8, I need to look at all of Gen 8 designs at once, because I kind of, it's fine. It's like Gen 6, where it just leaves no real impression on you. They're all fine, but nothing is really incredible.
Yeah, I mean, there are some that took a lot of warming up to do, and just like we're better, we're just like in different situations. Like, okay, I guess I can see how this works now.
Yeah,
Um,
the what's the Pokemon called? The pseudo legendary is great, but that's really
Dragapult.
yeah, that's the one that really stands out to me, and then the rest are fine, and except for the ones that are like bad.
I mean, that's
Did we
technically how a
ever?
word works.
Is this? Did we always? This feels like the first time I've seen a medieval castle, and I know that's not true.
No, no. Even we did this. Even though we did this stage in the daytime, it's still very much a lot of it is the same.
I guess I just never commented on this theme before.
Yep. Especially considering that the Moabs or Moabs, I don't know how it's pronounced, work for Sir Sweet, and Sir Sweet is like like an old style royal in the first place, so it makes sense that part of the fortress under his domain
Yeah, I've
looks like
definitely
this.
seen the Moabs, so yeah. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, it's nice. So I do like the background, and I do like when 3D and 2D assets mix. 3D and sprites, I like it personally. I mean, I like Pokemon. Gen 4 to 4 to 5, 4 and 5 were 3D assets mixed with sprites, and I like how they look more than the recent games.
Well, yeah, but before we go back into your Pokemon should never have gone into 3D thing, which you've repeated a million times,
Well, I'm not going to go into that. That's the end of that.
answer the question they're posing.
It's okay. Oh, so they're asking, smooth, chunky peanut butter is awful. Well, it's not awful, but smooth peanut butter is better.
Yeah, well, he's very mad you chose that. But I was interested in what you thought they were talking about first, because it's not peanut butter, but the fact is that you don't have context for what it is
Yeah, which I
until
figured was the
later.
point.
Yeah, until you beat him, they don't tell you. Um, so congratulations, you're technically on the winning side because I just beat that guy in this machine. Also 420 blaze it, but the problem is that I still get an A despite the time being S. And what I think is that maybe Hell's Finest changes a bit, but the fallen Prinnies actually do contribute to your grade,
Beefcake.
just very slightly. But they do contribute. So what I'm thinking is that maybe the time that counts for S was like 430 instead of 420, and I just I had enough Prinnies die that it just slightly edged over back into A rank.
I think. I think I'd probably still prefer smooth bean paste. I've never had it before. That's what they were talking about, right?
Yes,
I think.
I forget if they had it at Japan Day. I don't think they did.
That's a tough one. But I think I'd prefer smooth.